Okay. This is a Subhashita of the 7th lesson. No, 8th lesson, sorry. 8th lesson. This is the 15th Subhashita. This is taken from Vairagya Shatakam by Bhartruharihi. This person, Bhartruhari, has written Vairagya Shatakam and also Niti Shatakam and I think Shrungara Shatakam. Most of the things in Shiksha Subhashita are taken from either Vairagya Shatakam or Niti Shatakam. I think the Danam Pogo and Ashas Tisro, that was from Niti Shatakam. Okay, a beautiful set of Subhashitas. Okay. Ayur Varsha Shatam Runam Parimitam Ratrau Tadardam Gatam Tasyardasya Parasya Chardamaparam Balatva Vruddhatva Yoho Shesham Vyadi Viyoga Dukkha Sahitam Sevadi Birniyate Jive Varitaranga Chanchalatare Saukyam Kutaha Praninam. Let's go to the Sandhis first. Ayur Varsha Shatam. Sandhi Astiva?
Anuswara Sandhi.
Visarga Sandhi. Visarga Sandhi.
Ayuhu Varsha Visarga Sandhi. Refa.
Yes. Ayuhu Varsha Shatam Visargasya Refaha. Varsha Shatam Drunam?
Anuswara.
Yes. Drunam Parimitam?
Again Anuswara.
Parimitam Ratrau?
Anuswara.
Ratrau, no Sandhi. Tadardam Gatam?
Anuswara.
Tasyardasya?
Tasya Ardhasya Savarna Dirgha.
Parasya? Chardamaparam?
Savarna Dirgha.
Cha Ardha Savarna. Ardham Aparam? No Sandhi. Samhita. Balagna, what was that?
No Sandhi.
See, Cha and Ardham is Savarna Dirgha. Chardam. I asked Ardham Aparam. There is no Sandhi. It's Kevalam.
Samhita.
Balatva Vruddhatva Yoho. No Sandhi. There's Samasta Padamasti. Shesham Vyadi?
Anuswara Sandhi.
Anuswara.
Vyadi Viyoga Dukkha Sahitam Seva?
Anuswara Sandhi.
Yeah, there's no Sandhi here also. Samasta Padam. Sevadi Birniyate.
Visarga
Sevadi.
Seva Adi Savarna Dirgha.
Yes. Sevadi Birniyate.
Visarga Refa.
Yeah. Sevadi Bihi Niyate. Sevadi Birniyate. Jive Vari Taranga Chanchalatare. No Sandhi. Saukyam Kutaha?
Anuswara.
Anuswara.
Kutaha Praninam? No Sandhi. So these are the Sandhis that we discussed. So Padachedaha would be Ayuhu Varsha Shatam Nrunam Parimitam Ratrau Tadardam Gatam Tasya Ardasya Parasya Cha Ardam Aparam Balatva Vruddhatva Yoho Shesham Vyadi. What was that? Please mute. Vyadi Viyoga Dukkha Sahitam Sevadi Bihi Niyate Jive Vari Taranga Chanchalatare Saukyam Kutaha Praninam. What is this trying to say? Ayur Varsha Chatam Nrunam Parimitam. Nrunam of the people. Ayuhu, the lifespan. Varsha Parimitam, Simitam is limited or is fixed. Varsha Shatam, 200 years. So the lifetime, that is Purnayuhu. It's not everybody can live up to 100. The Purnayu of a man, of a human being, is limited or fixed. Not fixed actually, is limited to 100. People can live beyond 100 also, but that's considered as a Purna Ayu for a human being. Ratrau Tadardam Gatam. That means that of that 100 years, Ardham, half of it, Ratrau Gatam. It's gone in night, sleeping. The half of the time is gone in the Ratri time, Ratri Kala. Tasyardasya Parasya Cha and Tasya Parasya Ardasya Aparam Ardham. Of the remaining half, the half of the remaining half. That means what is remaining half? 50. 50 is gone in sleep. Half of the remaining half. That means other half is 50, half of that would be 25. Of the 25 is what? Balatva Vruddhatva Yoho is spent in childhood and Vruddhapya, old age. So 25 is 50 is gone in sleep, 25 is gone in Balatva and Vruddhatva Yoho. Shesham, so whatever is remaining was what? 25 years. Vyadi Viyoga Dukkha Sahitam. How is it 25 years? It is filled with Vyadi, all Roga, Viyoga, separation. Somebody who's our loved has left us, bereaved thing. Dukkha Sahitam, it's full of sadness. And how is it spent? The other 25. Sevadi Bihi Niyate. It is spent with doing sevas, doing service. Either you're looking after your children or your spouse or your parents. Doing service, it is spent. What? The other remaining 25 years. Jive Vari Taranga Chanchalatare. Vari Taranga. Vari is water. Taranga is waves. Chanchala is fluctuating, unsteady. So, just like similar or more, Tare is a Tarap. That means it is saying more than that. In our Jivna, the fluctuation or the unsteadiness is more than the waves of the water. In such a Jivna, where nothing is firm or fixed, which is so unsteady, Saukyam Kutaha Praninam. Where do we find happiness? Say it is so much oriented towards Vairagya. It is Vairagya taken from Vairagya Shataka. So I believe in the next slokas, he says, just spend your time worshipping Shambhu or something. So the life is limited to 100 years, out of which 50 is gone in sleeping or night time, and the other half, that is 25, is spent in Balatva and Vruddhatya, childhood and old age. Balatvadalli ಅಥವಾ ವೃದ್ಧಾಪ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ 25 ವರ್ಷ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇರುವ 100 ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಧ ರಾತ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳೆದು ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದರ ಅರ್ಧ ಬಾಲತ್ವ ಮತ್ತೆ ವೃದ್ಧಾಪ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳೆದು ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ನರ್ಧ ವ್ಯಾಧಿ ವಿಯೋಗ ದುಃಖ ಸಹಿತವಾಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಆ 25 ವರ್ಷ ಅದು ಸೇವೆಗಳಿಂದಲೇ ಕೂಡಿರುತ್ತದೆ, ಸೇವೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳೆದು ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ತರ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಖ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರಬೇಕು? ಇದು ವೈರಾಗ್ಯ ಶತಕದಿಂದ ತಗೊಂಡಿರೋದು, ವೈರಾಗ್ಯದ ಕಡೆ ಎಳೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಸಿ ದ ವ್ಯಾಕರಣಾಂಶ. ಆಯುಹು ಇಸ್ ಆಯುಸ್, ಸಕಾರಾಂತ ನಪುಂಸಕಲಿಂಗ. ವಾಚ್ ಔಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಆಯುಹು ಇಸ್ ಆಯುಸ್ ಶಬ್ದ. ವರ್ಷ ಶತಂ ಇಸ್ ಅಕಾರಾಂತ ನಪುಂಸಕ. ನೃಣಾಂ ಇಸ್ ನೃ ಶಬ್ದ. ನೃ ಗೋಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ನಾ, ನರೌ, ನರಹ. जीवावधिः, जीवस्य अवधिः शतं वर्षं सीमितं, whose मनुष्याणां. The lifetime of human beings are fixed or limited to 100 years. तदर्थं रात्रौ गतं. तस्य आयुषः अर्धं, that is half of 100. निशाकाले अतीतं is spent during night, that is 50 years is gone in night. तस्य अर्धस्य परस्य अर्धम अपरम अर्धम. That means तस्य परस्य अर्धस्य अपरम अर्धम. The half of the remaining half, the other half of the remaining half. That means remaining half is 50, half of that is 25. Balatva vruddhatva yoho. Balaha va vruddhaha va bhavantaha. Shaishave vardhakeva. So the half of the other remaining half is spent in childhood and old age. Shesham, parishishtam, remaining. Vyadi viyoga dukkha sahitam. Whatever is remaining is how? It is filled with illness, pain of separation and sadness. That remaining ayuhu, which is full of separation, bereavement and sadness, how does it go? How is it taken away? With the serving others. Anyayam sevayam gacchati. It is sevadibihi niyate. Anyesham sevayam gacchati. It goes away serving others only. Varitaranga chanchalatare jive. Andre jalatarangada hage chanchalagiruva. Jalataranga iruva ಅದರಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಚಂಚಲತೆಗಿಂತ ಅನಿಶ್ಚಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನ. It is more fluctuating or unsteady or uncertain than the waves in water. In such a life, Saukyam kutaha praninam. Where is the happiness for the mortals like us? This is what is being said. Okay. Any questions? Okay. Huh? न श्रूयते महोदय.
भगिनी
श्रूयते.
ओके ओके. अन्वयरचना. प्रथमा विभक्ति आयुः वर्षशतं परिमितं तदर्धं गतम् अर्धम् अपरं शेषं व्याधिवियोग दुःखसहितं सौख्यं. तृतीया सेवादिभिः. षष्ठी नृणाम् अर्धस्य तस्य परस्य अर्धस्य प्राणिनां. सप्तमी रात्रौ बालत्व वृद्धत्वयोः जीवे वारितरंग चंचल तरे. अव्ययानि च and kutaha. So here, no, if you see, is there any verb? Tell me if there is any verb. Ayuhu varshashatam runam parimitam ratrau tadardam gatam. Gatam is also not a tiyantam. Tasya arthasya parasya chardam aparam balatva vidyo shesham. Is there any tiganta?
No, no, Bhagini.
What is this?
Acha, niyate.
Niyate is there. So, but then the niyate is for the last. So, we will do adhyahara because we have to tell ayuhu varshashatam runam parimitam asti. Right? That is one sentence. So, kim asti parimitam. It is limited, limited. So, what is limited? Kim parimitam? Ayuhu. Ayuhu. And kati, how much is it limited to? Kati varsham parimitam asti?
Satam varsham.
Varshashatam. And of whom? Whose ayuhu is there? Kesham ayuhu nrunam. Yes. Nrunam ayuhu varshashatam parimitam asti. We got one sentence. Next there is a small sentence. Tadardam gatam ratrau. Again we say asti. We say asti. What is it? Kimasti gatam asti. It's gone. Okay, what is gone? Ayuhu. Ayuhu is implied here. It's not given. Ayuhu is implied. Kim gatam ayuhu. Kiyat gatam asti tadardam. Okay, so what? Kutra gatam ratrau. Please mute bhavatu. Ratrau. So we got ratrau tadardam ayuhu, which is implied. Gatam asti. Ratrau tadardam ayuhu gatam asti. Next, we have kriyapadam gatam asti because it is for the sentence parasya ardham aparam balatva vruddhatva yoho. That also doesn't have a verb. So gatam asti. Punaha kim gatam asti? Ardham. Ardham of what? Ayuhu is implied again. Kidrisham ardham aparam. The other. Kasya ardham ardhasya. And kidrishasya ardhasya tasya. Puna kidrishasya parasya. Kutragatam balatva vruddhatya vohu. What do we get? Tasya parasya ardhasya aparam ardham. That means that halves, other halves half. So tasya parasya ardhasya aparam ardham balatva vruddhatva yoho gatam asti. Next, last we have the last sentence for which we have the verb niyate. Kaihi niyate, where, how is it taken away? It is taken away by sevadi bihi. Kim niyate, what is taken away? Ayuhu. Ayuhu is implied. And kidrisham ayuhu, shesham ayuhu. So shesham ayuhu is kim niyate. Kidrisham shesham, what kind of shesh remaining is it? Vyadi viyoga dukkha sahitam. So we got vyadi viyoga dukkha sahitam. Shesham ayuhu sevadi bihi niyate. Last sentence. Asti kimasti saukyam kutaha asti. Kesham saukyam praninam kutra or kasmin sandarbhe saukyam jiva vari taranga chanchala tare. So we got jiva vari taranga chanchala tare praninam saukyam kutaha asti. So this is a little tough when compared to other vakya, I mean akanksha ritya paddhati, but just go through it. Any questions you have?
Ma'am, why Ratra?
Bhagini, in exam, shall we write all these, Bhagini?
Exam is not given. Subhashita, it will not be given. In case it is given, yes. What is your question?
Ma'am, why Ratrau is written Ratrau?
Ratri ikaranta strilingam. Ratrau.
Ratrau is Saptami Vibhakti
Okay.
of Ratri.
Ratri.
And what is Nrunan?
Nr Shabda. It means Manushya. Nr Shabda. It is 6, 3. That is Shashti Vibhakti Bahuvachana of Nr Shabda. Of the Manushya, of the Manavanam. It is like that. Nrinam is like Manushyanam or Manavanam. Of the people, of the Manava. Okay. Anvayaha asti Nrinam Varshashatam Ayuhu Parimitam Tadardam Ratrau Gatam. It is gone in the night. Ratrau is Saptami Vibhakti. Tasya Parasya Ardasya Aparam Ardham. Its halves, other half, is spent in Balatva Ruddhatva Yoho. Vyadi Viyoga Dukkha Sahitam Shesham Sevadibihi Niyate is spent in Seva. Jive Vari Taranga Chanchalatare Praninam Saukyam Kutaha. Where can the mortals like us find happiness in a life which is so much unsteady? We don't even know how long we live. So if it is that unsteady, where can we find happiness when this is the case? Out of 100, these things are happening. Anybody wants to read Tatparyam?
Shall I?
Read it.
नृणां वर्षशतम् आयुः
No, Tatparyam, Bhagini, Tatparyam.
मानवस्य पूर्ण आयुः शतवर्षं समितम् अस्ति इति उच्यते. तस्य आयुषः अर्धम् आयुः इत्युक्ते 50 वर्षाणि निशाकाले शयने गच्छन्ति. शिष्टेषु 50 वर्षेषु अर्धम् इत्युक्ते 25 वर्षाणि शैशवे वार्धिके च बालावस्थायां वृद्धा अवस्थायां च गच्छन्ति. शिष्टानि 50 वर्षाणि रोगविरहादि दुःखसहितं भवति. तत्तु शुश्रूषाभिः गच्छति. अस्माकं जीवनं जलतरङ्गानां तुलनया अधिकं चञ्चलम् अस्ति. एवं सति मानवानां सुखं पदं लभ्यते. एवं अनेकेन प्रकारेण आयुः व्यर्थं गच्छति. अतः समयस्य सदुपयोगं करणीयम्. धन्यवादः.
Understood, no? Any doubts, anybody?
Ma'am, idರಲ್ಲಿ
one person is clashing. ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಹೇಳಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ.
ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿಶು ವೃದ್ಧ ಎರಡು ಸೇರಿ 50 ಅಲ್ವಾ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್? ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದು
ನೋ ಎರಡು ಸೇರಿ 50 ಅಲ್ಲ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ 100 ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ 100 ಹಾಫ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋನ್ ಇನ್ ರಾತ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಧ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 50. ಮಿಕ್ಕಿರೋ ಅರ್ಧ ಎಷ್ಟು? 50. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಧ ವೃದ್ಧತ್ವ ಬಾಲತ್ವ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 25 ವರ್ಷ. 25 years ಇನ್ ಬಾಲತ್ವ ವೃದ್ಧತ್ವ.
ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದು ರೋಗ
ಅದು 25 years. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ದು ಪೂರ್ತಿ 100 years ಬರೀ ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಅಂತ. ಅದೇ ವೈರಾಗ್ಯ ಶತಕ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಯರ್.
Vairagyam means actually detachment here.
Thank you. Bhagini, ಈ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಅತಃ ಸಮಯಸ್ಯ ಸದುಪಯೋಗ ಕರಣಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸದುಪಯೋಗ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಮಯನೇ ಇರಲ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೊಟ್ಟೈತಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಸದುಪಯೋಗ ಸುಖಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾ ವೈರಾಗ್ಯಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳೋದು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನೀವು ದೇವರನ್ನ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥಿಸ್ಕೊಳಕ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿ, ಬರೀ ಇಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲೇ ಕಟ್ಟಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡಂಗಿರ ಬೇಡ ಬರೀ ಅಂತ. as she said, detachment. So start going towards spiritual ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಇದು.
Okay, Bhagini.
Okay.
Ani, what is this tattu shushrushabhihi gacchati?
This is 20 Shishtani Panchavarshani, the remaining 50. No, this is Panchashatala.
Tattu. That two is what is when do we?
Two is just like a filler, and it says emphasizes. That's all. You
Oh.
find this everywhere, right? On the shlokas, just to emphasize. Adandre be idralle ಹೊಟ್ಟೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, if you know Kannada.
Okay.
That is that. In Hindi you say no, wo to no, that way.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Okay, let's move on. Next, फलमलमशनाय स्वादुपानाय तोयं क्षितिरपि शयनार्थं वाससे वल्कलं च नवदनमधुपानभ्रान्तसर्वेन्द्रियाणाम् अविनयमनुमन्तं नोत्सहे दुर्जनानाम्. Let's see what this is also Shatakam, Niti Shatakam, or no, not Nishti. I think it is Vairagya only. I guess so. Okay, let's see. Palamalam Ashanaya. Any Sandhi? It is actually it is Palam Alam Ashanaya. Is there any Sandhi?
No Sandhi, Bhagini.
No Sandhi. Everywhere it is Samhita. Palam Alam Ashanaya, all Samhita. Swadu Panaya Chaturthi Vibhakti. Here also Panaya Chaturthi Vibhakti. Toyam Kshitirapi. Sandhi?
Anuswar Sandhi.
Yes. Kshitirapi?
Kshitihi plus api visargasya rakara.
Visargasya refah. Kshitihi api shayanartham
Anuswar. Sayana Aktam
Shayanartham. This is a samasta pada. It is an avyaya. Okay, break it. Shayanartham. Ayanartham vasase.
Anuswara.
Vasase also is Chaturthi. I'll tell you why. Valkalam cha.
Anuswara.
Navadhana madhupana branta sarvendriyanam.
Sarvendriyanam guna sandhi.
Yes, there is one sandhi here, sarvendriyanam. So navadhana madhupana branta sarvendriyanam avinayam anumantum.
No sandhi.
Avinayam anumantum. It is just Samhita. Anumantum notsahe.
Anuswar sandhi.
Yes. Notsahe.
Na plus utsahe guna sandhi.
Plus utsahe gunasandhi mani.
Very good. And Durjananam. Okay. These are all the sandhis. Let's see. Padacheda. Palam. Alam. Ashanaya. Swadu. Panaya. Toyam. Kshitihi. Api. Shayanartham. Vasase. Valkalam. Cha. Navadhana madhupana branta sarvendriyanam. Avinayam anumantum na utsahe durjananam. So let's see what's happening. Palam, alam. Alam is enough. Paryaptam. Shayanaya. See, alam can be used in two places. You can say kolahalena alam. It is used in Trutiya Vibhakti. There it is saying stop the kolahala. Okay, there in that case where you are saying alam is to stop, there it is used in Tritiya Vibhakti. Here we are using, it is used in the sense of enough. Alam, that means enough. There Chaturthi Vibhakti governs it. So everywhere you find Chaturthi Vibhakti because alam is used and it Chaturthi Vibhakti governs it. So palam, alam, ashanaya. Ashanaya is Chaturthi Vibhakti. So ashanaya means to eat. To eat, phalam, alam. To eat, phalam. Fruits are enough. Next, panaya. Again, Chaturthi. To drink. Padatu. To drink. Swadu toyam. Swadu, tasty. Toyam, water. Again, there is alam here. That means to drink, sweet water is enough. To eat, fruits are enough. To drink, sweet water is enough. Kshitihi api shayanartham. Kshitihi means bhumihi, that is floor or ground or earth. Api, that means and. Shayanartham. Shayanartham is again equivalent to Shayanaya, which is again in Chaturthi. Shayanaya means to sleep. To sleep, my ground is enough for me. Vasase. Vasase is also Chaturthi Vibhakti of Vasaspada. Again, Vasase. Valkalam alam. That means to Valkalam. Vasase means to wear. Valkalam means bark cloth. ಇದು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ? ವಲ್ಕಲ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ವಲ್ಕಲ
ನಾರು ಬಟ್ಟೆ ನೋಡಿ.
ನಾರು ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಸಾಕು, ವಾಸಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾರು ಬಟ್ಟೆಯೇ ಸಾಕು. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್? ಟು ಈಟ್ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇನಫ್, ತಿನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಣ್ಣುಗಳು ಸಾಕು. ಪಾನಾಯ ತೋಯಂ ಸ್ವಾದು ತೋಯಂ ಅಲಂ, ಕುಡಿಯುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ರುಚಿಕರವಾದ ನೀರೇ ಸಾಕು. ವಾಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ಇನಫ್ ಫಾರ್ ಡ್ರಿಂಕಿಂಗ್, ಸ್ವೀಟ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ಇನಫ್ ಫಾರ್ ಡ್ರಿಂಕಿಂಗ್. ಕ್ಷಿತಿರಪಿ ಶಯನಾರ್ಥಂ, happy, and ಶಯನಾರ್ಥಂ ಕ್ಷಿತಿಹಿ ಅಲಂ, ಟು ಸ್ಲೀಪ್ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಇನಫ್, ಮಲಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಭೂಮಿಯೇ ಸಾಕು. ವಾಸಸೆ ವಲ್ಕಲಂ ಅಲಂ, ಧರಿಸುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾರು ಮುಡಿಯೇ ಸಾಕು. ಟು ವೇರ್ ದ ಬಾರ್ಕ್ ಕ್ಲಾತ್ ಇಸ್ ಇನಫ್. Who is saying all this? A person who is a swadhimani, who doesn't want to fall under somebody's influence and tolerate them. What is that? Navadhana madhupana branta sarvendriyanam. Navadhana, who has acquired who has acquired wealth, who has newly got wealth. Madhupana branta, he has been under that new wealth influence. It is like he is like behaving as if he has drunk the madhupana called Navadhana. And sarvendriyanam bhranta, who has lost all his senses because of the wine or something that he has drunk. What is that wine? Navadhana, newly acquired. That means somebody has newly acquired the wealth and he has lost his senses because of that. And you know how he's behaving? Avinayam. He's behaving so rudely and arrogantly because of his new wealth. Dasyam, that avinayam, anumantam durjananam, that kind of a person's avinaya, rudeness or arrogance, anumantum, to accede, to oblige that, na utsahe, I am not ready. So he is saying, I don't need anything. For me, fruits are enough, water is enough, ground is enough, and bark cloth is enough. If you examine, all these are natural, they are provided by nature. So I don't have to depend on that durjana who is acting so arrogantly and just say yes, good for all his misdeeds. I am not under his obligation. When will you not be under anybody's obligation? When you have no expectations from him, right? So when will you not have expectations? When you have limited desires. For you, if palam, fruits are enough to be eaten, water is enough to be drunk, and if you are sleeping, if you are happy sleeping on this, you have such limited expectations, you are not obligated to anybody, and you don't have to say yes or allow anybody's daurjanya or misdeeds to happen. This is the gist of the Subhashita. Okay, let's see. Phalam, we know all this. This is a common word. Alam is an avyaya, which means paryaptam. Ashanaya, ashana, napamsakalinga, chaturthi vibhakti. Okay, ash means ash is a dhatu. The lut pratyaya of ash is ashanam. Mute bhavatu survey, please. So, phalam paryaptam, khaditum phalam paryaptam. Then, swadu toyam panaya alam. That means ruchikaram jalam patum alam paryaptam. Shayanartham kshitihi api alam. So, bhumihi nidra kartum bhumihi api paryaptam. That is also enough. So fruit is enough to be eaten, water, sweet water is tasteful water is enough to be drunk, and then ground or earth is enough to be slept on. Vasase, that means to wear. Valkalam, bark cloth, or you can call it tarutvag. Tvag is skin, taru is tree. Tarutvag, Valkalam is enough. Navadhana madhuprana bhranta sarvendriyana. Ye nutanam dhanam iti madirapitva pramadyanti tesham. They those whose senses are deluded by drinking the wine of new health. Uska, his duracharanam ahankaram anumodayitum, to approve of it, na ichchami, I am not enthused, I am not in a position, I do not want to accept or approve that person's rudeness or immodesty. That wicked person's kalanam, wicked person's rudeness, I am not obligated to approve it because I don't care. I am satisfied with these small things that the nature itself can give us. Is the tatparya of the Subhashita. Any questions? Okay, let's move on. Anvaya Rachana. All these. Na utsahe. So I don't tolerate. I don't tolerate or I don't approve. So who is not approving? Utsahe. What does it imply? Who is the karta here? Atmanepadi.
Ahama.
Aham. Yes. Uttam Purusha. So aham na utsahe. This is. Then kim kartum na utsahe? Anumantum. I don't want to approve. What do you want to not approve? Hello? Kim Anumantum? Avinayam. Kim Anumantum na utsahe? And then whose Avinayam?
Durjananam.
What kind of Durjanana? Idrishanam Durjanana? All that.
Navadana pending.
Navadana pending. Navadana Branta Sarvendriyanam. So we got Navadana Madhupana Branta Sarvendriyanam Durjananam Avinayam Anumantum Ahamna Utsahe. Why is the case? Because Asti. What is Asti? Alam Asti. Enough. This is enough. What is enough? Alam Asti. Phalam. And then Kasmai Palam Asti, because it's Chaturthi. Kasmai Palam Asti. For what is it enough? To eat. Okay. Puna kim alam asti toyam. Kidrisham toyam swadu. Kasmai palam panaya. So it goes on. Puna kim alam asti kshitihi. Kasmai kimartam. Kasmai or kimartam.
Shayanartam.
Puna kim alam asti
Valkalam.
Kasmai alam asti vasasti. Okay. So this is the Anvaya Rachana. Any doubts?
No.
Okay. So Anvaya, it's like Palam Ashanaya Alam Asti, Panaya Swadutoyam Alam Asti, Shayanartam Kshitihi Api Alam Asti, Vasase Valkalancha Alam Asti, Kintu Parantu Navadhana Madhupana Branta Sarvendriyanam Durjananam Avinayam Anumantum Ahamna Utsahe. I am not going to approve Durjana's behavior, rudeness, because I am satisfied with these things. Tatparyam.
Aham patami. Etat subhashitam swabhimanina manavena uktam tadrashasya manavasya asha nyunameva sah किमपि प्राप्तव्यम इति न इच्छति किमपि न अपेक्ष्यते अतः सह धनवदं वा अहंकारं वा न सहते दुष्टानां दुराचरणं च अनुमन्तुं न इच्छति खादितुं केवलं फलमेव पर्याप्तं पातुं रुचिकरं जलं शयितुं भूमिः अपि च धर्तुं तरुत्वगेव पर्याप्तम् अस्ति सर्वमपि प्रकृत्याः एव लभ्यते ये नूतनं धनम् इति मधुपानं कुर्वन्तः येषां सर्वाणि इन्द्रियाणि भ्रान्तानि भवन्ति तेषाम् आज्ञापालनं कर्तुं तेषां विचारे अनुमोदयितुं न इच्छामि इति सुभाषितकारः वदति इत्युक्ते आशा न्यूनम् अस्ति चेत् दुर्जनानां दुराचरणं सोहितुं सोढुम् आवश्यकता न भवति.
Okay, धन्यवाद. Is it understood? Anybody has any doubts?
भगिनी आशनाय exact meaning क्या है?
To eat. Ash dhatu, to eat.
To eat.
Khaditum, khadanaya.
Thank you.
Mani tarutvageva apicha dhartum tarutvageva is that cloth.
Bark cloth, yeah.
Bark cloth.
Bark cloth.
ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಅಂತೀರಮ್ಮ, ಹತ್ತಿ ಬಟ್ಟೆ, ಕಾಟನ್
ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಹಿಂದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದರಿಂದಾನೇ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲ. ಎಲೆದು ಅಥವಾ ತೊಗಟೆನೋ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ.
ಮರ ಉರಿ ಆಡೈ.
So with limited aspirations, you don't have to be under anybody's obligation. Okay.
Madam, what did they mean by Navadhana, madam? Navadhana, new wealth.
Newly acquired wealth. Okay. Because see, if it is ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ, if you have got it, you are kind of used to it and you don't want to show off, right? If it's like the third generation wealth or anything, but suddenly if you get no, that person who has suddenly got it would like to ತಲೆ ನಿಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅರ್ಧ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಕೊಡೆ ಹಿಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಆತರ ಅಲ್ಪ ಇವನಿಗೆ ಅಲ್ಪನಿಗೆ ಐಶ್ವರ್ಯ
sudden like
yes.
in middle, if it has come from ancestors, they don't have pride. If
exactly.
It is in middle,
they don't be arrogant, right? If it is Navadhana, newly acquired, which is kind of maybe unexpected, or he tends to behave arrogantly. We are talking only such people, not everybody should be. Here he is saying Durjananam, that kind of arrogant people, I don't have to tolerate because I don't have any expectations. It's not that I need some money from him, or I money when do you have? If you want to have a big house, if you want to have a nice clothing and all. For me, I don't have such requirements at all. I'm happy with these things. That's what he's trying to say. So I don't have to tolerate people who are behaving arrogantly because of their newly acquired wealth.
Okay. Thank you. ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಸ್ಥಗಯಾಮಃ.
ತೋಯಂ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಭಗಿನಿ?
Toyam is water. ನೀರು. Okay. Stagayamaha. Next Saturday, Sunday I will not have. Thursday probably we'll have that class, but that will be only to clear that Jashtva. And then next week we will start Visarga Sandhi. That is easy, so we should be finishing it, and maybe another 2 or 3 classes I'll need. Okay. Okay. ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಭಗಿನಿ.